Hey everyone, Sean and Allison back again. Quick video here. This is going to be a dive on the Caboose at Mammoth Lake in Lake Jackson, Texas. Doing a little selfie with the Caboose in the background here. Depth at the bottom here is roughly 35 feet. On top of the Caboose where I'm at now, looking at this little bluegill, it's about 20. So it's kind of just above the thermocline. There was a little bit cooler water, kind of below 20. But just kind of a quick video here. Anybody that's ever interested in the Caboose, never been to the Caboose or gone down there and seen it up at Lake Mammoth. A lot of stuff underwater to dive. This just is one of many things up there. C-130s, all kinds of stuff to dive on. And I figured I'd just do a short video for orientation on the Caboose here. This thing is pointed east to west. I'm looking in the top here. Everywhere there was a window or a door or any kind of hatch or anything like that, it's all just been removed and it's pretty wide open. Again, it's oriented east to west, which is parallel with the shoreline. I'm on the other side of it, on the deeper side. I'm going in through the side door here, so I'm kind of in the middle of the Caboose. I'm not on one end or the other. But looking in here, you can kind of see the light coming through the openings where the doors and windows are missing. A lot of very, very silty, soft sediment on the bottom here. So as I move inside, I'm going to stop moving my feet. Kind of got my feet pulled up to my butt, and just very slowly, just kind of inching my way in here with my hands as much as I can. I'm going to do some very light frog kicking to kind of move myself around here. But I'm trying not to stir up the silt. I don't want to get all silted out inside of here. I could probably find my way out pretty easily, but I don't want to ruin the video here. Anyway, little seat in the corner there. Honestly, I'm not sure which side's the front, which side's the back on this Caboose. It's just a couple of seats in there, big open box space. I'm not quite sure what's what. Here's one end of it though. Big bass come in and check me out. I believe this is a largemouth bass. I'm kind of blinding him with a light. I'm kind of surprised he's not freaking out on me. He's doing some weird, I don't know if this is some type of display, like he just thinks I'm another fish and he's trying to tell me, hey, this is my spot, man, get out of here. Or what was going on there. But I was blinded with a light. He got a little look at me and kind of bolted out the door real quick. And he's kind of off. He don't want no more to do with me. But just kind of looking around. Here's one end of it. I'm not sure. That wheel there, I assume, is some kind of a brake for the system. Again, it's a Caboose on a train track. It's not something you're going to steer. So I'm assuming that's some kind of brake. As I turn around here, I've been making as minimal movement as possible. I'm headed east now. You can see all the sediment in the water just from the little bit of touching I've done moving around inside of here. It's really hard not to silt this out. You can see the shoreline coming in the window there. It's a very steep ledge. So moving on, you see the openings in the ceiling here. Going to move forward. I'm kind of passing the midline of the Caboose here into the other end of it, kind of a second section. Off to the right, it's some kind of box. Looks like a big lock box. Probably kept supplies or something in there. I don't think that was an actual seat. Single seat over here by itself. I don't know if this was some kind of a conductor. But little bass swimming by the window. I think that was the same bass from the other end. See the brake there on the outside, which I assume is a brake. Both ends of this thing look very similar. It's almost a mirror image on the inside. But big bass, he's pretty curious. Wanted to kind of swim around, take a look at me a little bit there. The light's helping quite a bit. Visibility was not super great at the lake this weekend, but good, just good enough to kind of see. So you're getting a good look here. This is actually down on the east end of the sub. The shoreline's on the right. Those two lines come off. One goes to like a truck bed with an axle. Another one goes to the buses out in the middle of the lake. It's just to help guide you out there. So now I'm swimming from the east end toward the west, back toward the dock. With the shoreline on my right, just kind of looking down in the holes. The roof is pretty solid with the exception of those two large cutouts, one on either end. As I move over to the right, you can actually see the bottom there to the right. It's really close. The Caboose is kind of tilted to the right a little bit, but again, because the shoreline is so steep, the shoreline on this right side of the Caboose is basically flowing into the windows, and on the other side is dropping away from the bottom of Caboose. It's a lot more open on the other side. But see the shoreline here? It's real. It's right about 20 feet. If you swim in a 20-foot deep contour line, you'll almost run right into the sub here. So I'm turning north. I'm just swimming. I want to swim up close to the shoreline, start hugging the grass. See the grass coming into focus here. A lot of really deep, thick grass. You just swim north, you run into the grass. Now I'm probably at about 15 feet. From here, I'll turn left. See a lot of little fry in the water here. I'm not sure if those are bluegill or baby bass or what. Quite a few of them. Every once in a while, you'll see a big sprinkling of fry like that in a small area, just kind of hanging out. But here I'm swimming back toward the dock along the shoreline with the shoreline on my right. See a lot of this heavy grass here. Some of this stuff is so thick you could, if you were to put feet on bottom, the grass would come up to your eyeballs or higher in some places. It can get pretty thick. If you swim through it, it breaks off really easy and you come up looking like a swamp thing with a bunch of grass all over you. But little male bluegill here again. These guys like to hide in the grass. The bass like to just lay on the bottom and they'll just sit there in the grass, just kind of resting, I guess waiting for next meal opportunity to come around. But coming up shallow, you see the grass here kind of coming all the way up to the surface. This is going to kind of end the video. Again, this was just kind of give a overview of diving the Caboose down at the far end of Lake Mammoth in Lake Jackson, Texas. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.